You all want to see this knife. This is a Porcupine from Vosteed doing the honors here. And guys, I'll have all the links in the description and pinned comments as usual if you guys want to check this one out or any other knife that you see in this video. Of course, it helps out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Got the pouch right there. Bam, we got a brand new type of silica gel. It's called the Supreme Dry. Kind of looks like a baby diaper there inside. So look at that. We got the very tight fitting Vosteed paperwork here, as usual, and we have a sticker there and a wiping cloth. So that's pretty much everything on the box there. Moving on to the good stuff. Here we go. My Velcro pouch here with the little leather patch in the front with the logo. And oh man, here we go. Let's see what the Kroc is all about, right? Ooh, baby. All right, listen. Okay. All right. Vosteed, I see what you're doing here. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's get a zoom in here, shall we? Okay. So for one thing, I mean, let's address the elephant in the room. We're rocking the button-operated liner lock, so I am down for that. Absolutely digging that already. That's the W. In my book, it looks like we have a front flipper, opening hole, and we'll be able to use the button as well. For deployment, we have a lanyard hole back here. We have aluminum. I'm pretty sure this is aluminum with recessed liners. And this carbon fiber inlay, all right, in here kind of reminds me of a kind of a Flissa knife I looked at recently, right? It was also green with this carbon fiber going on. But this one is available in different colorways, different color combinations as well. We're looking at the green here, which, you know, with the Kroc name, right? Green is sort of like the matching one, I guess. Aluminum backspacer there with crown jimping. A deep pocket carry clip, right? About that much into the pocket. That is quite a bit. And guess what? Good news, it is reversible. We got the holes on the other side here. TA everywhere, looks like, except the actual pocket clip, right? It's T6, everything else is TA. And we do have a captive pivot. But if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's see what this blade is all about. Ooh, okay. All right. Listen, this one kind of takes me back to the... It reminds me a little bit of the Dachshund from, you know, an original model from Vosteed from a little bit ago. I have some videos on the channel here for reference. But yeah, this one's a little bit smaller size. We do have a sheep's foot blade on this one with a flat grind, stone wash finish. Let's take a closer look at that right there. Right, this thing is going to be really good for EDC, right? Being able to do drug cuts, utility cuts, right, all day, every day. Check out the jimping here on the blade, right? Kind of got a good amount of jimping there for anywhere your thumb may land. And of course, good old finger choil, because I mean, Vosteed just knows what the people want. They've been releasing killer models back to back. They all have a good old finger choil. We know people, they know people love that for EDC, and that is just really good to see here. Good plunge grind situation. You shouldn't be developing a smile anytime soon. So that gives you plenty of sharpening life there out of the knife. Let me give it a nice little wipe here, right? Just so that we can remove maybe some of the protective oils or what have you that may be in here. We have S35VN on this one, right? And that's pretty much it, right? The Kroc hammer grip, right? I have a average size hands, not the biggest, not the smallest of hands. I'm able to get a full 4-finger grip, and then I can always forward choke here for more room. So if you have bigger hands, should be able to accommodate, right, on this knife just fine with the ability to forward choke. Pocket clip, I want to say I do feel it a tad bit. I want to say I've been really becoming a fan of their wire clips recently, like on this Porcupine. This is their stainless steel pocket clip, right, as you can see. By the way, yeah, no pull here on the aluminum, just from the liners inside. And let's go ahead and check this thing in action, right? So it is a button operated, right, liner lock. So think like a compression lock from Benchmade, but much easier to operate, if anything. So there you go, button operated liner lock on the close. All right, a little flick of the wrist. That reverse flick is money. Absolutely digging that. Thumb deployment here. All right, feeling pretty good. We do have a pretty big eye opening here, so pretty, you know, big hole there to get at. You know, whether you do up here, down here, either one of those will work. And of course, a good old front flipper, which I must say, it's actually tuned pretty good. Right, front flippers can sometimes be a hit or miss, depending on how they are tuned. But yeah, here, this one's actually tuned pretty good. All right, there's your D10 experience, D10 ball on this liner lock. All right, works pretty good for being a front flipper, if you ask me. So good ball bearing action, of course, as you would expect. And I mean, overall, I mean, it's going to be a pretty fidgety one, to say the least. Now we do have those matching carbon fiber inlays on these, right, which is looking pretty interesting. It's sort of the you know, sort of square texture, carbon fiber style. And it does actually, it's a little bit raised from the aluminum itself. So this is what I meant earlier from, it reminds me of a Flissa knife. So this one is a Flissa, some weird number that I don't know, FL2440. And you can see this one has been a beater here for quite some time. And yeah, this one also had aluminum and the carbon fiber inlays, which were a little bit raised from the aluminum. So they don't sit perfectly flat. All right, so I noticed that on that knife. That's kind of similar to what's going on here. And it's just kind of reminding me of that. Let's just do some size comparisons while we're here, because why not? Right, so you can see this one's going to be like a medium, right? Like a medium knife. I think if I had to guess here, I'm going to go 7 inches, right? Wild guess, yeah. Been seeing a lot of 7 inches and 8-inch knives these days, but yeah, 7 inches, 3 on the blade, 4 on the handle, and 2.75 on the cutting path. Think like Corshall-Leak, Civivi Elementum, those are all 7-inch knives. Next to some of the typical ones here on the channel, there is the MSI from Microtech. Here is the Stitch. Take a look at that there, right? Those are going to be much larger knives, no doubt. Here's a PM2 and the Para 3. So it's going to be a little bit smaller than the Para 3 there, so you can see. Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad. All right, you can definitely see it there for yourself. Still a little bit shorter than the AD 20.5. Here's the Civivi Vision FG. Check that out. The Kizer Militaw. Take a look at that there. Boom. All right, those are going to be slightly larger EDC knives. And by the way, all highly recommended and linked down below if you guys want to check out content on all these knives and also prices, availability, and variants. They're all linked in the description and pinned comments. Here's another button operated liner lock, which Vosteed has been in the forefront of just innovating with that. So I gotta give them kudos there. Vosteed and Quechua, I think so far, have been really doing a killer job with button operated liner locks. This is a plunge lock button lock. It's a CJRB Pyrite light. So more or less you can see there, it's actually pretty comparable size-wise, now that I think about it, to the Porcupine. So I absolutely love the Porcupine, and the Porcupine is just a little bit over 7 inches, very close, maybe around that range. So it makes sense, right, that they're so comparable size-wise. But hopefully you guys own some of these, so I'll give you more or less an idea where this one lands. Now, a couple other things really quick. Let me get you a quick thickness on the blade. This one's coming in at 0.11, the average on the channel being 0.12, so it's a little bit slicier than that. Thickest portion in the handle is going to be 0.50, which is the average in the channel, right? Half an inch. And I want to say weight-wise on this bad boy here, I want to say over 3 ounces, between 3 ounces and 3.5. It's going to be my guess, so we'll see. All right, how about that? 3.4 ounces. All right, not bad. 96 grams. There you go. All right, so great weight for the size, right? And also for everyday use. So like I said earlier, this one just dropped today, guys. Let me get you some closer looks here so you guys can take some pictures. I know you guys like to get those closer shots, but you got aluminum, you have the top liner lock, bond operated liner lock, and S35VN steel. That's a good combo right there. If you were to get this made in the USA, then you're looking at over $200, if not more. So yeah, definitely a good steel there, value-wise, value proposition wise. You guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you all like about it? What do you all love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. I would definitely love to hear your thoughts. And of course, this knife and every other knife you saw in this video will be linked down below if you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants. But yeah, this one is a pretty fidgety one here. I can already tell from all the different deployment options here. Absolutely digging it. Very similar sauce, right? Combination here with the multiple deployment options as the Porcupine, except you get the front flipper too, so that's an additional deployment method there. And of course, a little bit more of a higher tier premium steel, S35VN over 14C 28N steel. So absolutely a good value proposition, right? You guys let me know. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.